Good evening. I'm back and with me with buttons so you can. Okay. As with me is DJ Anime co-hosting another Thursday night with Trials of Cold Steel 3.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Crazy cat has decided he wants some. There you go. He's got some cat tracing. He's happy.
Here, Jago. Alright, so last time we left off in Geofront, right at the boss, because I ran out of time.
Oh, you're at that boss. Oh, I know what boss you're at. Oh,
I read about this boss. I don't like him.
Oh, that boss. Yeah, you're not going to like this boss. No.
Alright, so let's just jump right into it and rage and complain.
You're not going to love this boss. Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm going to die. I know I will. I usually do. Every wait, yeah.
Yeah, you are.
All these bosses have been like a pain in the ass.
Yeah, they usually are.
Like, way harder than they should be.
Don't worry. Once you get the really good quartz, it'll be a piece of cake.
All right, so this is the terminal room. Must be. This is my first time here too. It's smaller than the central terminal room we were in before. Good evening, Alex. It's been alright. A little under the weather, but I'm slowly recovering. Stomach issues, coughing, the whole spiel. Basically, it's cold. But another good night's rest, another Dayquil, NyQuil, should be alright. How you doing tonight, Alex? Let's see, yeah. The terminal itself seems to be more reasonable size this time. This one's a backup for the main terminal, so you so helpfully destroyed. Sorry about that. Tio, are you teasing Reen? Well, I'm sure whatever it is, Instructor Reen 100% at fault, but just kidding. As far as I can tell, it's not a physical malfunction, so I'm sure it'll be fine if we just restart. What's up, Pickle? Doing well? Heard you got a cold or something during this week. Yeah, it did. I tried to sleep it off. I got a lot of sleep, like 10 hours sleep last night. Went to bed around 11. Almost 12. But I kept waking up, like, I'd sleep, it was hot, take out the blankets, I get cold, put blankets back on. Felt like every 10 minutes I was waking up to readjust. And I finally get comfortable. My cat Magic would lay on my chest, like right on my neck, so I couldn't breathe. Hey, thank you very much for that shout out. Sky the second, huh? Hello, Bert. But yeah, I can't complain. I had to cancel Tuesday's stream due to I just wasn't feeling it. I couldn't put up with it.
I can't get the left one. Why am I getting the right one and not the left one? Because I'm doing the same thing on the right that I'm doing on the left.
Apparently not.
57 clip. Jesus. Okay.
Why was it showing your clip when you did a shout out for Pickle?
Because I'm a mod and it automatically shouts me out.
Oh, you typed. You typed. Never mind.
I typed a shout out to Pickle.
But when you I forgot about that. And it automatically shouts you out. Wow, I was working dirt. I didn't even see Pickle's shout out. It
automatically shouts out me if I type anything, first time typing.
I thought you gave Pickle a shout out. You did. Shout out at Pickle. And then it gives you a shout. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever. How you doing tonight, Pickle? Well, I'm working. Oh, you can. Fight the giant monster that's about to spawn and kick my ass. Tio? What's the matter? Her Tio senses are tingling.
Yeah.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's here.
Oh, fuck you, Magic Knights. Hot belly Magic Knight. Not too bad, man. Just chilling with a bit of Xeno 3. How's Xeno 3 going for you? I've seen good things. I haven't played it though.
Pickle's addicted to it.
This is humanoid. I've never seen a cryptid like this. No, this is a magic knight, like the thing we fought in the first day of school.
Yep.
Yeah, just like the one that showed up during the Civil War. Roar!
This thing is a
Heavy
pain in the
Ruby.
ass. This thing is definitely a pain in the ass.
Can't let it destroy the Chono. We need to defeat it. Right. Understood. 85 hours. Chapter 6. Wow. Chill, let's go.
Sounds like me playing Tales of Arise. Everybody's like, "You're not done with that game yet?" I'm like, "No, I'm only 80 hours in."
This was my first run of frickin' Persona. 40 hours or something like that. One run. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Oh, I like Paula Subscribe and dance.
I love this music though.
You got overly trolled by the dancing black mage.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, yes, ion system, full power.
This
Lovely.
one's strong. Be careful.
Oh
This
god.
one's gonna
yes.
kick my ass. Oh my god, it hits like a truck.
I'm up.
Alright.
Yeah, it does.
Alright, what do we got here?
Rely on your protection, your brave orders that require like Evan Crest or anything that involves
Like defensive
that.
stuff?
Yeah. Or Tio's Absolute Reflect.
Shit, that takes 4 though. We'll try to work on Sledgehammer then, and before I get to that point, we'll do that.
Break through! Sledgehammer!
Nuella! How you doing? Bye-bye. Hello, bye-bye. What? How does that work? How you been, Nuella? It has been a long time. Hello. Goodbye. Avita. Say, what's the rest of that song?
I have no idea.
Get back! My turn. Strike!
Let's go. Beginning analysis. Analysis complete.
Drops a rage, huh?
Here I go!
So, that one gives CP, but I don't need CP just yet. Everyone's... Oh, well, he could. Oh, wow, he's at 15 CP? Good. Guess we will.
Aeon shield. Deploy. All right.
Oh, this thing. Ichigo, you can go in your little cubby hole there and sleep? No? You're just sticking your head halfway through it? Okay.
Thanks.
Gonna heal.
Yes.
Freeze it? Look like it. 10%. That'd be hilarious if it works.
Activate. Absolute zero.
No, this is,
No, he's in the
I'm past the keep.
Not on my watch.
What the hell's this?
That would be an art.
I thought it was healing.
That would be called Galleon Fort, which you will get.
We're in the geofront right now.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
go.
in Crossbell.
Huh.
Get back! Now!
Follow up.
Pickle just now seeing
My
Theo
turn.
in the party.
Can I get a break in? Get a
Ah!
that break in. Get that break in, yeah!
Go, break his
Here I
ass.
go.
Wait.
Let's go! Raging fire formation!
It's my turn!
Oh, that's right. Yuna's got her
This is it.
S-trap now.
Ah!
I'll use him. Oh wait, I need some interruptions.
One more! I'll finish it. Excel Breaker!
Ooh, full power because you're Tio. Yes, I do.
Let's
get
go.
back. Alright.
He doesn't like water.
Everything to
Hard.
me, yeah. Enough water.
Strike! There!
It's mine!
It's my turn! Get back! Now!
Follow up!
Another
Yes.
sucks. I don't have any. I could probably do that one. Get some base of it there.
Strike! Windblade formation!
Lucky
It's
if
my
everyone
turn.
gets a turn, but
Dummy gunner
reasonably absolutely wonderful.
Absolute zero!
Oh,
Pants.
oh, he does this.
That was a heal.
No!
Oh god, he's gonna do it again.
Oh, you missed.
Oh, you missed. Ha ha.
Miss again? Oh god, it hurts. Oh god, what are you doing to me? What?
Oh god.
You just healed 16,000. You know how long it takes me to get 16,000 damage?
This is why I hate this fight.
Ah, Jesus. Alright. Do you have any healing arts?
We're about playing this thing in Nightmare.
Commencing drive.
My
How
turn!
bad this game is. Imagine fighting this night. Ah, no, I'll pass. This game's already a pain in my ass on normal.
It gets better when you get later in the game and you have all the good stuff, the good quartz and stuff.
Get back! It's down!
Follow up.
I don't need to play defensive when it comes to that, but holy crap.
Thanks!
Leave her alone.
I'm up!
Oh.
Get back! Very well.
Or over to that, so.
I need to do something.
Yeah!
Thank you. Thanks.
It's my turn!
Do your thing, dude.
Come on, give me another point.
Get back!
Come on.
Now!
There you go.
Follow up.
Oh, I don't get a 0 brave order.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh no!
Even better, you're doing a water art.
I am, but he gets his that 0 turn order is down. And he just killed her.
Not today!
Ah.
Bad news. I need to
Yo.
do something.
Fuck. Bye.
Let's go. Ebon Crest. Here I go. Arcus activate.
Supposed to, okay.
Let's go. There. Let's go. Arcus activate.
All right.
And shit.
Ha!
I'm dead.
What's up, friend?
Very well.
I didn't have a 5. Can I switch her out?
Yeah, you can switch her out with I think you can switch her out with Altina.
I do that. That's not what I want.
No, you gotta go into
What's up? Auto.
L2.
L2. Not L2.
Well, you have to bring her back in order to get her out. I don't know. L2 is your... You should be able to sub her in and out.
Trying to figure out how. The asshole. How's it going? Doing well, thank you, right? Ben, good evening. How you doing? Oh yeah, absolutely loving the boss fights that kick my ass. How do I sub out a character? Like, I have no option. Oh, no.
She's got to be alive before I can get her out.
That's bullshit. And that was never the case in the other ones. And I can't even reach her. God darn it. Just dump between streams. If they dead, you can't. That's dumb. And all the other ones, even if they're dead, you could switch them out. Yeah, it has been a while, Finn. How you been? Oh, alright. He's out of stuff, too.
Yeah.
I'm good as dead.
It's my turn.
Give this a shot.
Thank you.
Things in your neck of the woods? Can't complain. How you doing, Cyber? Welcome back.
All right.
I have no one else with healing arts.
Let's go.
Zero works.
Get back.
Thank you.
Vitz must be thinking, if only Fee is
Very well.
party, I will keep evading the damn thing. Yes! I missed my other team. This guy sucks. These guys suck ass. And of course my impede. I don't have enough for impede! Oh, come on.
Strike. It's down.
Follow up.
Oh, come on.
Let's go.
Fraction. A fraction! Can you hit it? Can you break it? Fucking break it. Thank you.
I'm up.
Ah, jeez, Louise. Yeah, might as well.
My blade calm as still water. Now!
Oh yeah, I can't complain, man. Life's good. Bit under the weather for myself, but slowly getting better.
7th slash! Fallen lead!
How you been, Finn?
This is it!
Come on, you know, do some damage.
Ah! One more! Oh,
I
finish.
have to go back and build up my BP and CP. I wasn't prepared.
You'll be alright, you'll get it.
Very well. Cha! 8's down.
Take one of this.
Follow up. It's my turn.
Sorry to hear that.
It was a bit rough for my mom, at least. My grandfather passed away on Monday. My condolences, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Rough that can be for the parents. My mom lost both of hers within 11 days of each other. Pretty rough.
Arcus, activate. Huh?
This thing is a pain.
Let's go.
Hey, heal again?
Yes.
It's my turn.
Should have him focus on healing.
Now!
It's mine! Yes,
You can use now.
let's go. Ebon Crest. Let's go. Commencing drive. All right. Set! Striker!
He wouldn't be in the fucking... Just couldn't be there. Alright, whatever. Cast.
Very well.
Do your thing.
Then that galleon's crap again.
Stage 4 lung
Let's
cancer.
go.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Top of pneumonia and bladder injection.
Infection.
In fact, I figured an infection. Man, that's rough. I'm sorry to hear that.
Get back! Now!
It's mine!
Oh,
Huh. Thanks.
keep it going.
There!
If you can do Blue Ascension with Theo a few more, like that, yeah, that'll do some damage. Plus, you have that thing sealed and muted right now.
Buzz.
Here I go! It's my turn. Arcus, activate!
Let's go. Yeah.
Damn it.
Don't let him get that crit.
Let's go.
Oh well. In fact, what I'll do is...
My blade.
Yeah.
Calm
Whatever you
as
do,
still water.
steal the crits as much as you can.
Now!
He's gonna get that cast off. It's gonna hurt. Bad. Bad.
All right.
Alright.
She's got crit.
And she gets. She can't get in range. Why would she? Be
You
able
can
to get
move
in
her up. You can move them up a little bit.
But she'll lose the crit.
Yeah, well, I'm at for the next time around. Go ahead and use her crit.
Well, the only thing I can do with that is.
Set gunner.
Can't get in fucking range. Alright.
This is it. There.
You almost got him. Well, Kurt's up next.
Oh, we broke him. Fucking awesome.
Oh, she broke
My
him.
turn.
Let's go. What does Kurt have for craft? I was gonna say use one of his crafts. If he's got anything.
Let's go! Raging fire formation! Very well.
The 100.
Not yet.
29.
What craft has Kurt got? I do rain slash.
Strike! Eight's down.
Oh, yes, go.
Follow up.
I'll end it.
Yeah, good job. Oh, wow.
Got it.
Wow, I was not expecting to beat that on my first go.
Good job, bitch. Good job.
I had to break through some barriers of mighty sledgehammer.
Yeah, let's go.
So that's the.
I was ready to give up and just reset.
Yes, but I'm still in training.
Good job.
Holy
man.
hell, thank you.
That was a tough one.
I wish the best for your grandma, Finn. And it's never easy. Mine, she had fallen at a restaurant. Her health started diminishing before that, but she fell at a restaurant, smashed her hip, was bedridden, and had it's just one thing after another. Never easy.
Good job, Bits. You got through
All
that
right, got it.
Yeah, I did it.
I must train even more.
Stats updated.
That auto. Thank you, Alex. And thank you, DJ.
one. No, you're welcome, man. No problem.
Alright, punt. It seems we have an even greater combat strength than the one before. Yeah, we barely made it. Punt. That was a magic night. Like things of the Empire? Yeah, they started showing up out of nowhere, like that during the Civil War. Apparently, the horrible golems from the Dark Ages. Have they not appeared in Crossbow before? Nope. Never heard of anything like that showing up. It seems magical creatures made with alchemy, but none of them were quite that big. What's going on?
Oh no.
Another one? So who's gonna come save my ass now? No way. Another one? No, they wouldn't do that.
Time for round 2.
It seems to be different from the last one we faced. No. This is the kind of a pain. Instructor, you're gonna go
Go.
demonization. Form. Are you going to use that power of yours? Actually, I can probably call on Valimar from this distance.
More in
What?
this situation.
Famous divine knight, I've heard so much of. Yuna! But if he's coming all the way from camp, I can't reach him, then we'll just have to figure out a different plan.
Heed my call, Valimar!
No need for that.
No need for
God.
that.
Here comes the
gun.
cavalry.
At least it's Sharon!
Oh, she's beautiful.
Yes, she
Is
is.
that an orbital bow?
Oh, she's
Right
okay.
on time.
I like the outfit.
Sharon, let's get this done pronto.
Yeah, most guys do like
Please,
that
leave
outfit.
it to me.
I'm like,
Talking about Sharon.
I like Sharon. Sharon.
Wow, Sharon.
Steel wires.
The severing chains.
Elisa's okay. She's not my fave.
Gotcha.
So
I'm just appreciating
Gabriel,
the
arrow!
style.
that's pretty tough.
Fall into death's embrace.
I hate that they're that strong. I just struggled. She's hot, but her gameplay is so-so. Yeah.
Yeah, Elisa, yeah, her gameplay is, yeah, so-so's a good word.
But she relies on her looks.
Those techniques.
Well,
Tio, do you sense anything else coming?
Not a thing. I think we're finally safe.
Very safe. He's hot. Noah has better assets.
How do I put this? You and Machias were definitely in on it together this time, weren't you?
Hugs!
oh god. Oh, I love their reaction.
Look, Yuna's
I'm
blushing.
thinking of what to say to you once I saw you again.
Got a nice plot.
Oh god.
Every good main heroine has a good back.
But the moment I saw your face, I forgot every word.
I see. I think it's been over a year since we've seen each other in person. You've become so much more beautiful in that span of time, I nearly didn't recognize you.
Look how fucked digit you're getting.
You've changed a lot yourself. But seeing you now and hearing your voice made me remember all over.
Yeah.
How important you
Oh.
are. To me, to all of us.
Yeah.
You could pick any number of these girls and just be set for one. Well,
Not
the official
not
couple.
officially a couple.
yeah, they were shipped together in the first one.
Oh yeah. The game loves to push people to pick Elisa in these games.
I'm so happy, Reen. It's good to see you again.
Thank you, Elisa.
Reen
what's
with
going on?
Yeah, Reen and Emma. Yeah, I could definitely see that one.
No one else. Altina's like, meh. He's like, again? She's like, I'm jealous, but why am I jealous?
Yeah.
Tina's like, you remind me of Lloyd. Fee and Emma makes more sense in my opinion. I like Fee. They're like opposites. Emma's got the book smarts. Yuna and Altina look like it's so.
Her too?
I picked Sarah since all of her hot teachers. That's the reason I went after the, what was her name in Persona 5? It's like, I can swoon the teacher? It's like, going for the teacher.
Teacher, you went after the teacher. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going after the teacher. And then I went after the doctor. And then I went after others, because the harem. I kind of regret and don't regret that same decision. Adore Dad. Coffee Dad saved my ass.
She may be a member of the old Class 7, but this situation is uncalled for. I've heard about your little group before, but you two are quite the cutesy pair, aren't you?
Oh god, Tio, don't encourage it.
This is merely the result of all the time she spent yearning for this day.
Yearning, but I mean, the same with
Sharon,
Crow
don't
and Vita.
encourage it either.
Chevalier. No, the Chevalier and the Guiding Witch. Yeah, that makes sense.
Don't be surprised should you
Oh,
see a
that's good.
passionate kiss or two accompany this
Well,
tender
it's my first pick,
embrace.
so there. I mean,
Yeah, she's off with Laura.
Don't joke about that, Sharon!
trust me, when I picked Laura, everybody was all over me because I didn't pick Elisa. I was like, oh my god.
At least I didn't like the push towards her. So I was
That's
like, I want
exactly
someone
why I
different.
didn't pick Elisa. That's exactly why I didn't pick her.
And you said Laura. I was like, well, she's already done Laura. So let's go someone else hasn't picked yet.
Yeah,
And someone mentioned Emma. I was like, I'll just go Fee. The small, cute, adorable one that could rip you to shreds. I was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with Fee. I mean, if I, you know, when I play
I've done Toa if I could have.
Coastal 2 again, I'll probably pick somebody different. So,
problem is, they give you a choice. The push is a problem. Yes, I agree. After that, Tia restarted the terminal with no further interruptions. Maintenance bar to the Alyssa.
I did Laura through all four games. So, you know, when I do New Game Plus run of Cold Steel 2, I'll probably pick somebody different.
Yeah, I'm going Fee the entire way. Maintenance parts of the Alyssa brought with her were swapped out for good measure.
Oh, the first time I played through Cold Steel 1, I picked Laura. Oh, I got all kinds of people like, why did you pick Elisa?
Why'd you pick Elisa? That's why I was like, because the game told you to?
You know, me and DP joke around with each other about that whole Elisa and Laura thing. He jokes around with me about Laura, I joke around with him about Elisa, but it's all in good fun. But some people take it totally the wrong way.
Don't get territory about their waifus.
Yeah.
And also, Class 7 went back to the station area to talk things over. They head back to the branch campus field exercises camp with Tio and Alyssa. Started playing that Beyond Two Souls yesterday. That game is trippy. 11 a.m. Gave me a couple jump scares.
Like visual novel games, isn't it?
Yeah. Like in a big kick up for Wednesdays. But
yeah,
this thing gave me a few jump scares. I'm like,
oh yeah, that game. Yeah, I think I've seen somebody else play through that game. Yeah, it's got some jump scares in it.
Wow!
Wow.
I heard the maintenance car was coming, but... Yes, I brought you the equipment we talked about, too.
Your little sister.
You're Tita, right? It's nice to finally meet you. You too! I've heard so much about you from Mr. Quinn.
There should be absolutely no reason her goggles are jiggling like that. They're swaying. He's not exactly moving. Be hilarious as fuck if you steal Tita away from Maggot. If I could, I'd probably have to do that just to see if there was some kind of side reaction.
Yeah, I know.
Huh? Really?
Great Master Gwyn and Professor Russell have known each other for some time. Whenever the Great Master would make his yearly trip around the continent, he would be sure to stop by Le Burle.
Oh, I see. Well then, since we're their grandchildren, let's be friends too. Yes!
Hey, Teotod. Good job out there. Been a while since I've seen you. Should we have our own passionate embrace?
Oh.
You seem like you're doing just fine, Randy. I'll pass on the hug, though. Wouldn't want to incur Muriel's wrath.
What? No, it ain't like that.
%, like that.
Just forget I said anything.
Teal, great. Too bad Allie and Lloyd is not in this game. Don't spoil that for me. I was hoping they would be. Teal was embraced. I will embrace Lloyd. Hug Lloyd.
Alright, don't spoil anything.
Hey, I now know. It's alright though. I know he does show up later. He showed up in Cold Steel 1. I was hoping to meet Allie though. There you go, Alex.
Hey, yo,
Buzzkill. Buzzkill.
Too.
I know. It's alright. It's not really a story spoiler. I'm cool with it. when you play these games, stuff happens.
I
do
guess
it.
neither of us are in a great situation right now.
That was a cute high five.
But Class 7 and everyone here at the branch campus seems nice.
I'm assuming Allie is probably with Lloyd now, doing their own thing, because I don't think she would hang around Crossbell with all the issues going on.
Even the one Lloyd fought.
Yeah, I think we can trust him. With all these cryptids showing up and this whole inspection team business, things sure are starting to smell fishy.
What's up,
Sure
Loth?
would be nice if he turned out to be just
Lars
the guy
is
to
here,
cut through this
everybody.
mess.
I'm well, man. Still got a stuffy
Yeah,
nose a little
Lars,
bit.
There's,
Feel
hey,
that,
there's
though.
trouble's in the chat, y'all.
Slowly recovering. Get rid of this stuffy nose, it'll be alright. Light congestion. Not too bad.
Doing good, Loth. How are you?
Thanks for the shout outs, even if I haven't streamed in quite a while. Yeah, I just still nice though. Wow, Alyssa, you've gotten even prettier. Well, you will know where Lloyd and Allie is during this chapter. That's good though.
We'll find
It's so
out.
good to see you again, Toa. It seems like both you and Reen have been hard at work, huh? Yeah, I'm sure everyone in the old Class 7 is too. Both you and Machias came here to Crossbow, right? Yeah. So it seems. I wasn't keeping it a secret to surprise you or anything. Uh-huh. I was planning on delivering new equipment to the branch campus, but I also came because the Foundation had work for me to do. You say, my lady. Yet you worked tirelessly to fit this trip into your schedule. She was super specific about the dates and times for everything. Thanks to that, I was able to make it to the geofront after leaving a message at the RF building. You guys. How you doing today, Love? You broke up there, PJ?
I would love to know how many times in all these cold steel games that Rinda goes pop, because he does it all the time.
Doesn't pay attention much. Bye-bye. We are here for you both. I really hope for the best for your mom there, buddy. Well, look at you, Reed. Just like the partner, you're just like my partner. You're so blessed and fair. Yeah. They're actually sort of true. That's actually sort of true. First Laura and Fee, now this. Altina, is that jealousy? He does appear to get in trouble with women all too often. He's a nice, innocent guy, doing okay bits. Same old, can't complain. Doing alright. Yeah, start my 5-day work weeks again. Because I have to keep up 4-day work weeks. Sucks. One day I gotta take Dallas to the specialist. Not looking forward to that. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But that aside, regarding the Magic Knight from earlier. Better change the subject. Oh, right. That's what we were talking about. And that, can't complain. Things did get a little off track, but yeah. Why did such a thing appear? I heard cryptids have appeared in Crossbow before, but never a Magic Knight, right? Yeah. At least I never saw one while I was working with the SSS. Same deal with the guild, probably. Pretty concerning. A creature specific to the Empire appearing here? We never imagined running into such a situation either. Have you told the other groups about the Magic Knight? Yes. We informed the Governor General at the local Imperial Army. But it seems that they have their hands full with the inspection team. Inspection team, huh? They're coming this afternoon, right? That's right. Michael's been in contact with him. I'm sure the RMP's got a lot. Yeah, I'm curious about this. RMP's got a lot on their plate too. I see. Now I'm worried about the cryptid too. Yeah. For such a creature to suddenly appear, I believe we should investigate the 2 places mentioned in the request. Meow. 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 The bank of Lake Elm and the swamps of the East Highway. A few years ago, a cryptid that looked like a turtle and another that looked like a carnivorous plant showed up. Yep. Oh, but the special support section defeated them, right? Yes, that's right. But there is some additional information you may find concerning. It's about the cryptid Lloyd and the others defeated on the mountain road the other day. Apparently it was like a gigantic hippopotamus. Trying to think of that hippopotamus song. The hippopotamus. What the? Wasn't that the one we beat 2 years ago? A big, baldy dragon-looking thing? Magic's here. Wait a minute. That's... Oh yeah, that report you guys made. Is there something... is there some other information? You're referring to during the Civil War. The big gold hippopotamus.
Oh,
Yeah.
giant hippo.
Giant hippo, yeah. A cryptid appeared in the ruins of Guerrilla Fortress. I'd definitely call that thing a gigantic hippopotamus.
Yeah, I would definitely call it that.
Want a hug. I see. That must have
Yeah.
been after I left the Courageous. Well, no way to know if it's the same type, but something definitely seems fishy. Yes. I'd like to have more info on this. Come on, instructor. You can't just stand around here. We should depart and begin our survey at the outskirts soon. Let's begin with the side road. Alright, sounds like a plan. Toa, it may be necessary for me to call on Valimar. Got it. I'll be sure to let Major Michael know.
Yeah, let Rambo know.
Yeah, Rambo. Nick is here.
Magic!
Yeah. I don't have any treats for you. I don't know if you need a treat anyways. Fighting for the ice cream earlier.
Magic wants a cat treat.
You ever had a cat treat besides my own food?
Ichigo doesn't get human food, he gets cat treats.
Yeah, well, you don't give it to her, she steals it.
Oh, he doesn't steal
I'll be
my
eating
food.
it and she'll just take a giant chunk out of it and run away. Like if I got steak or something like that, I'll be eating a sandwich. She'll come up, sneak up and grab like a giant chunk from the other end and just run off with it. Like, okay.
Ichigo doesn't. The thing is, Ichigo doesn't do that. When I'm eating, he doesn't bother me when I eat. I sometimes he'll get a little bit of something I'm eating. It depends on what I'm eating, but
Right.
like some chicken or something like that. But nothing. That's about it.
I blame my Aunt Paula because my Aunt Paula used to feed her Cheez-Its.
No.
And then she used to eat them and then keep them in her mouth for a second. Magic would come up and steal them. Got a big kick out of that.
Ichigo, I take that back. Ichigo does get to lick when I have ice cream. He gets to lick the bowl when I'm finished. So.
She's determined to do that same thing when I'm done with food. She has to lick the bowl. Hey, you guys, I have a couple suggestions. Huh? Getting hot in here. Suggestions? Yeah, first off, there's something I brought for you guys to use. Come with me real quick before you head out. I've got it loaded in the maintenance car. Oh?
We'll find out.
Motorcycles!
Yep, you get the motorcycles.
Go with the cab car.
Mm-hmm.
What are these? The motorcycles.
No, they look
Some
like
kind of
motorcycles.
mechanical horse? No? Mechanical horse.
No.
They appear to be special miniaturized orbital vehicles. That's right. These are orbital bikes. Each got a sidecar attached too. Can't believe you were able to mass produce these, Alyssa. Yay, the Orbital bikes! And alright. That was thanks to all the testing you guys did on the prototype back in school. Angelica had asked me to make some, and I was finally able to get these produced just this spring. Hard to read. Voice chat, like talk, because I can't really breathe out my nose, so I'm like. Now that they've been cleared of the street use under the Imperial Transportation Act, we've got orders rolling in. Oh, so happy to hear that. Don't look very happy. It's something that you, Angelica, George, and Crow all made together. Thank you, Alyssa. I'll make good use of it. You better. And oh man, these are some beautiful pieces of machinery. Just looking at them makes me all tingly. Oh boy. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask about the specs. These are super cool, but the other suggestion was definitely unexpected. Yes. Are you really going to help us investigate?
It is a pleasure to meet you. I am Sharon Kruger, a humble servant of the Rhineford family.
Kruger. To haunt your
Guess
dreams.
she's coming along with you, Vitz.
I guess Sharon?
My lady delivers the equipment. I shall serve everyone in the new Class 7 with the utmost sincerity.
Okay, I'm happy. Well, as we saw earlier, she's certainly very skilled. And they all just look at him. He does have enough combat strength to neutralize a cryptid, but since she's offering, we should go ahead and accept her help. Thank you, Sharon. Are we going to try to set her up on a date again? Oh, not at all. It's my pleasure. I'm just waiting for Anton when he's showing up. Usually shows up around the last chapter. Oh, not at all. It's my pleasure.
Right?
Okay, guys. Good luck out there. The cryptid was spotted in Lakeshore South Camp. It was on the sandy beach past the rocky area. That helps narrow it down. Thanks. Stay safe, everyone. Take good care of them, Sharon. But of course, my lady. See you later, everyone. Alright, now what? Epstein tech support completed. Got the cutscene. That's
a master. That's a master port. That's a master ports that you got.
Gloom and Gloom EX is an advanced version.
Yeah, that's what Sharon. You can't really do. I don't know if you can do much on Sharon's ornament. I think hers is set. You can check it, but I think you can't change much on her.
Identical. Why the hell would you name it EX? Probably because you can't have two of the same one.
Yeah. I think you can give her a sub master quartz, but I don't think you can give her an actual master.
I'll stat down, right?
Yeah, you can change her. You can change her sub quartz out, but you can't change her anything else on her.
All right, what do we got here? So it is 5:20. And not in the afternoon. You regain control.
Swap with Sharon.
Yep. The map layout is the same as Crossbow.
Alex had to kick out Yuna and swap with Sharon.
Yeah, I need to do that. I don't care too much for you. Much anyways.
Hey man, don't be talking bad about the new Class 7, man. You gotta get. You might as well just get used to them because
You can still
you're
bitch
stuck
about
with
them.
them. Don't bitch about them.
I don't like them. I
You'll
can handle
learn to
Teeny
like
because she's adorable, but the other two are just annoying.
You'll learn to like them. Trust me.
No, not after my other one. How do I switch characters?
Oh my God. Go up to Sharon and go over
Got
to
it.
Yuna. There you go.
Got the wires.
I didn't think much of new Class 7 when I first started this game either, but that's cool. I learned to love them. You learn to love them.
I don't really care for this grid type thing anyways, because it's like you can place them just about anywhere. I like the actual like grid
Pretty
grid.
much. I mean, you place them where you want to place them.
Okay.
I don't know what the guide tells you to do. You might tell
I'm
you to
sorry.
talk to people.
Sure, it
again.
is the party haven. Heaven. What was that?
I said, I don't know what the guide tells you to do, but it might tell you to talk to people again. So.
Yeah, I gotta turn the Mishy strap. When you regain control.
Oh yeah, turn in your. Oh
Sure,
yeah,
it
please
says
do that.
can't remember to
Actually, you
exchange
just passed. You just passed her back. There you go.
This retro Mishy strap. Should I give it to Lewis? Of course. I wouldn't have gone through all that pailing ass just not to.
That'd be I don't want the game to ask you that. It's like, obviously you're gonna give it to her.
What else are you gonna use it for? Is this the Mishy strap you're talking about? This is it. Why do you have this, Instructor Ring? Because you asked me to get it. I found it in an exchange shop at Crossbell. I'm glad to hear I got the right one. Here you go. Angry Mishy. Just like how I remembered. I just love those eyebrows. The current Mishy is nice too, but I really like this one. But when he looks like this, he wasn't as popular as he is now. He has a very interesting atmosphere about him. And of course, Yuna takes this the wrong way. I can't really tell the difference. But are you sure I can have this? Yeah. You said this was very important to you. I'm glad to see you happy. Instructor Reed, you don't have some ulterior motive or something, right? Maybe you have an ulterior motive, because that's all that seems to be on your goddamn mind, girl. Shut up. Lord. You give the man a break. I mean, I get it. I'd probably be thinking the same thing, but geez, back up. The jealousy is strong. But of course not. Thanks for everything. My dad has always been awkward, and this was the first gift he got for me. I wanted to find this no matter what. I see. I hear you lived in Crossbell because of your dad's job. Yes. My father is an old network engineer. He worked for a venture company in Rumferia. It's not here anymore, but there used to be a branch office. Well, things in Crossbell are pretty complicated now, so... Anyway, it was your dad who got you into the communications? That's right. They say that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Thank you so much for helping me. I'll make sure not to lose it again. Aw.
Good job.
Alright. There's also some optional event scenes. Talk to Randolph and Tio inside the Dorffinger, along with Valamar.
Talk to Tio and Rainy and the Dorflinger.
Dorffinger. Who asked Ring to be such a dashing guy? Really deserves all the death stares from these girls. Then again, so does Lloyd. I agree. So, how's it going to Michelin? It's tough. The Intelligence Division and the RMP are working together. And they're not giving us that many choices. Now I think about it, they have 3 others besides the Governor General. Yeah. I knew they'd be a tough group to handle, but didn't think it'd be this hard. Rando. Tio? Rando. Randy.
Randy.
Rando Orlando. Is that DPI here? I heard a huh. Here. Of course, someone else was in here. I heard a male guy go, huh. Sound like DP.
No.
No, this is where you were. Yeah, Tio Tatio waiting for Tita. I also need to speak with Alyssa regarding the operations of the Arcus too. Oh, and by the way, Reed, Might I speak with the Ashen Knight later? Yeah, of course. Are you curious about him? Yes, I'm interested in seeing a machine frame made entirely of Zamiran ore, of course. But as an engineer, I'm also curious how much advanced machine intelligence is even possible. Yeah, talking with Valamor is pretty much like talking with a normal person. I've spoken with him as well. He gives the impression of a traditional warrior. Right? His personality makes him seem like he's some big shot from the past for sure. Well, he was. Yeah, I thought his speech was a little awkward up until about a year ago. By the way, the island system you use. I may have some similarities with the residents between Kalam Saleas and myself. Abby. I got the same impression. Though the specifications and purpose may be different, things both adhere to the concept of human-machine interface. And oh, but wait, does that count as classified information? No, it does not. But to make one correction, human-machine interface may not be the appropriate term for Kalam Saleas. When referring to a combat shell, it may be more accurate to call it a human interface. Oh? That just makes me even more curious about the developer. Unfortunately, since they are very protective of their secrets, I believe investigating would be a waste of time. Kurt, do you have any clue what's going on? Not a single one. He is from the workshop, just like Milliam. I suppose he must have her own circumstances too. This is way outside my wheelhouse, but hearing it makes me a little concerned. The Black Workshop. Make dolls.
Yeah, remember that. Remember those words.
Black Workshop.
Uh-huh.
It's been brought up multiple times in previous games.
Randy's hitting on Sharon.
By myself. Even better. That's funny. Here we go, Randy. I believe this is what's known as hitting on chicks.
Yes, Altina. Where are you learning these
That's
words?
awesome. I believe Meryl is 1 year older as well. Ooh, she's texting Meryl. It seems I will need to report this information to Belgard Keats post haste. No, Doug told you it's not like that. It would appear you already have someone dear to your heart. Alright. Any other things? I always gotta. Meryl's just seems like this person's pretty important to him. Nice. I talked to Valamor.
Gotta love the banter between Randy and Tio.
That's fun. I always enjoyed it in the other games too. Green, it seems another magic knight has appeared. Yeah, thanks for noticing.
Yeah.
Those are the same type I
Good
saw
job,
back.
Valamar.
Doing a wonderful job with that telepathic you have, telepathy you have to warn me about these things. No. Yeah, it was the same type I saw during the Civil War. It was the first one to appear in Crossbow. It points to some manner of change having occurred. I'm impressed that you were able to defeat it, sir, however. Oh, we did get a bit of unexpected help. Yeah, but if something like this happens again, be ready to dispatch. Do not hesitate to call me. Thanks, Valamar.
Yeah, but every time he tries to call Valamar, somebody interrupts him.
I know, right? Robot blocker? I didn't expect the change to happen so soon. This is the fate of this land. Regardless, I'm prepared to move out anytime. Alright. Ready to proceed with the story. Examine the orbital bike and leave camp. Here on Sharon will join you. ahead to the bottom exit to Earth Road 2. Alright. Probably up this way.
I think they're up on the hill there.
We should use the bikes to head where the cryptid was spotted. Set to leave camp. Green and the others pushed the two oval bikes onto the highway towards camp. There, they decided to go over how to operate them. So much for pushing, he rode them. Those are pretty much all the basics. For everything else, you just have to try it out yourself and get used to it. Who's going to drive with the other one? Oh, me, I will. I shall. Are you sure? It seems similar to riding a horse, so I think I would be better suited for it. Nuh-uh, I'm way more cut out for this. I have tons of practice driving oval cars from the police academy. Oval cars, that is impressive, but these bikes seem a bit different from them, wouldn't you say? Ah, you're a real man. You'll quit your whining. Sexist. I couldn't ride a horse last time, so I was gonna give it... I'm not giving this up. I'm gonna give this up. Eh, they certainly seem to be close. Come on, you two. Try not to get so heated. Fine. Just try to drive safely. Okay, just leave it to me.
This whole
Does this mean I'll be riding behind you, Instructor Reen? Yeah. I shall be joining you in the sidecar.
No. Time to go fight the cryptid.
Yeah, let's get moving, everyone. My destination is the lake shore, south of the river. I should have covered my CP. Roger that. Let's go. We'll still go back and recover my CP.
You'll be alright.
Riding normal bikes.
There'll be things to fight along the way.
Yeah, but I'd rather be at max. A person circle. A bike allow you to change the bike setting. Open up the action menu and press triangle. Now you instantly get on the bike. The brake accelerates. Hold for there's L2 to the oval bike. Right old. Press circle to spell square get. Like to change bike setting.
What's up, Kuja?
How you doing, Kuja? Let's go recover. Actually,
Go take your shower. Go take your shower.
Almost. Yes.
Save. I forgot to fucking save.
Oh no! You forgot to save Skyward Sword. I have that. I got to the first dungeon. I stopped playing it. I'm mad that I stopped playing it. Rip.
I can't believe I just did that.
How you been,
I'm so
Kuja?
good about saving so far all throughout.
I got
this
fired from the
playthrough.
transmission factors. Turns out I didn't put enough.
Ah, a good break.
Ah, good break. Okay, now we get to leave.
Let's get going.
Understood.
Go.
Boom, 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 ah, boom, boom, boom.
God.
Alright, so you can
It's
change
running
settings
there.
with them. So?
Let's keep running into everything.
Oh, look, you can change all sorts of things.
Oh, God.
Aha! No one's riding the other bike.
Oh my goodness.
That's alright.
You want rain? Just keep it. I always just kept it the way it was.
I know, I'm just messing with it.
Let's get going.
Understood.
Go.
Go, go, go.
You missed an area. Are you exploring the area? Because you missed the whole area.
I've already seen all this.
Oh, you've already gone through that. Never mind. Okay, you're right.
Doesn't matter when let me go down this way.
Oh yeah, this is the new section.
So, if I took her off that bike, would she be riding it right there?
I don't know.
Alright, let's stop here. Woohoo! I could seriously get addicted to feeling the wind in my hair like this. Watching you drive the sidecar is so stressful. I won't even have hair left before long. That said, I can at least tell you have experience driving. Oh yes, you're quite skilled, lady, you know. I'm sure Lesso would be happy to know you're enjoying it so much. Not all that too bad. Just been playing some old PS2 Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah? Never got into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games.
Yu-Gi-Oh! It's time to duel.
Yeah. In my trap card, man. Yeah. Alyssa, she's so gorgeous. She's petite. She has a great body. She's super stylish. Those bow skills of her. Plus, she's the daughter of the famous RF group, right? Honestly, I'm super curious what your relationship with her is now. Such a passionate embrace in front of your students. Regardless of who it was, you have no excuse, Instructor V. Please don't blame Master V. Lady Alyssa has grown into such a beautiful woman. A hug from her would be fatal for any man. What? No, I wasn't thinking about that at all. Well, maybe. He corrected himself. I heard it.
He let it slip.
Probably wore like shorts when riding that bike, you know. Not very ladylike. Well, let's put Instructor Reen's relationship aside for them.
Kurt.
You eyeballing Sharon.
Yep.
Well, hello there, Master Kurtz of the Vander family. Is there perhaps something on my face? Pardon me if I'm being rude, but I must ask, who are you? That is very rude.
Kurt's very observant.
The steel wires you bound that night in were more than a little surprising. Such as I expected of a maid who serves as the Renford family, though perhaps you remain unconvinced. That technique was outside of every martial art I know. Still, it's extremely useful on the battlefield. Highly adaptable besides. If you aren't a martial artist, a soldier, or even a Jaeger, then is what I've come to expect of the Vander family. I believe it's just as you suspect. Dun dun dun! What the heck are you talking about? Seems Kurt has already seen through that. He may have heard a few things from his brother too. But now I am simply a maid who serves the Renford family, nothing more, nothing less. My origins have no bearing on the love and loyalty I have for them. Therefore I shall serve my lady's underclassmen, the new Class 7, with all my heart. It's complicated. She makes a damn good meal. But the RF group and the Imperial government both know about her already, including the RF group's chairman. Very well. Not yet convinced, but I'll let it go for now. What are you talking about? I'm so lost here. We can discuss it again later on. Our destination is close at hand, so we must get going. Yeah, let's just do just that. Alright, so
Let's
now...
go.
Attack on this thing?
No,
Now,
well,
brace
yeah.
yourself. Crimson Slash! Now!
Die.
This is it!
Yes.
I miss you.
My
Chen.
turn.
Now.
He just froze the damn thing.
Behold the Vander style.
Behold the Vandal style.
That enemy is
Big.
strong. Please be careful.
Ah, don't worry, I'm after him.
There!
Jump for
This
big
one's
boy.
strong. Be careful.
Stitch. Charges proposed.
Here I come. Shadow Stitch.
You can kill
Very
a
well.
giant magic knight all by herself, but when I get her on my team, no. You can kill a giant ape.
Strike!
Die.
I'm up. Crimson Slash! Now!
Strike.
You got poison.
Now.
Strength up, but defense down. Okay.
Brionac, activate. Fire. There.
It's mine!
Leave this to me. How does this suit you? Jump! This is our chance.
An opening! Let's go! Ha! There!
I'll assist.
It's my turn!
Smackdown.
Ah!
Yes.
You dead yet?
Dead.
Let's
It had
be
so
off,
much
everyone.
had so much status effects on it, it was dead anyway.
Let's get going.
Understood. Go.
Go, go, go.
Woohoo! This feels great! It seems we must take out the trash. Here I come. This is our chance. Master Reed.
Understood! I'm up! Ha! My turn! Strike! There!
I'll assist.
You're potent, aren't you?
Now. Brionac, activate. Fire.
Super tons.
Leave this to me.
He's confused. God!
Oh my god!
That was foolish.
Yes, it was. Why? It critted him. That's so cool.
But killed Kurt!
Holy crap.
Holy shit!
How does this suit you? Let's be
Kurt.
off, everyone.
The fuck? I think he's my only one that actually had a red vibe going on, didn't he? Crap. Fuck. You know. The bikes are nice, but I think I just like running myself.
Sit! Sit! Ah! Ha!
Hey!
It's my turn.
My turn!
I shall go. Yeah.
With her, I get like that.
Now's our
Wow.
chance. How does this suit you? Now. Everyone, your assistance!
Understood.
Yes! Thank you for your assistance, everyone.
Okay. I want to suck your blood. That's the way I feel when I get from Kurt. That's the feels I get from Kurt. Oh. Oh, Stargazer's Tower.
Oh, there's a tower in this.
This is the end.
Oh, I didn't mean to use that one. God dang it. What a waste.
How does this suit you? This is our chance.
I'm going to use that one for the next guy, the big one. But whatever.
Let's go.
Farewell for
Oh well, oh well.
Looks like a real tough one. There.
Be on guard. It's strong.
How does this suit you? This is our chance.
An opening. Let's go.
Oh,
Get back. It's down.
Strike!
This is it. My turn.
oh wait, yeah, Phantasmal Butterfly. Ambush formation that recovers and raises HP. 50% evade.
Yep.
Breakthrough! Sledgehammer!
Batter!
Very well. Strike.
My turn. Brionac, activate. Fire.
Yes. How does this suit you? This is our chance.
An opening. It's my turn. Ah! It's down.
Strike!
My turn. Yeah. It's down.
I'll assist.
Yes.
Smack it. Kill it. Pop it.
Farewell for now.
Another Bray order. Forget getting over barriers. I'll break through with my sledgehammer. I love sledgehammer.
Stats
I'm
updated.
so glad it only costs one, because something like that is pretty powerful. You figure it costs like 3.
Yeah,
Treasure
Sledgehammer, I
located.
use Sledgehammer a lot.
Megalith Fall.
Megalith Fall! Oh, we gotta unlock some slots.
Ooh,
dude.
Earth.
Jesus.
No, they don't give me enough Sepith. Makes a giant slab of rock imbued with powers. Oh.
There.
Our chance.
How does this suit you?
Monkeys.
Ja! This is our chance.
An opening. Let's go.
Bye, monkey boys.
It's down.
I'll assist.
I'm up. Ah! Whew. Everyone okay?
Can't believe people hurt.
Hilarious.
There.
Like, credit him for all of his HP.
I know.
Now's our chance. How does this suit you? This is our
An
chance.
opening.
Wonderful as
Hey, don't interrupt Sharon when she's talking there, dude.
looks like a real tough one.
Yeah.
This all takes like
Fuck
2
your ass.
This
seconds.
one's strong. Be careful.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
I'm up.
Breakthrough! Sledgehammer!
I'm up. Get back. Now.
Strike!
Very well. Strike! It's down. At once.
Yes.
Got it.
Understood.
Yes.
Yes. Ha! This is our chance.
An opening.
Yeah. Now.
It's mine.
Ha! This is our chance.
An opening. Very well.
I'm gonna put up a CP.
There.
I'll assist.
There you go. Kill him.
Now.
Thank you.
Yeah, it just healed itself a little bit.
Where's the big deal? That's not fair.
Monkey Boy's got a crit coming next.
Oh, I'm debating how I want to do this. Let's try the
Dance, phantasmal butterfly.
There you go.
My turn. There.
Let's go.
Oh,
they went to a
well, he
cast.
just wasted a crit. Never mind, you're gonna get him anyway.
Crimson Slash. Now.
I wanted to see all the evasion.
This is it.
Waste my BP. Asshole.
Wonderful as ever, Master Reen.
Bloom X4.
I'm nothing compared to you, Sharon.
Nothing compared to you, Sharon.
Aaron.
I must train even more.
Yeah, I did it.
Waves.
Woo!
RS. Break C. Unbalanced 20%. Line skill fires a highly charged blast of energy. Get excited. Is that good, I take it?
I found some treasure.
Pretty good one.
Socks. That reminds me. Darren needs equipment.
Do you have anything? Give her cozy socks. And probably.
Look at that one. 4 brace to prevent her seal.
That'll work. That'll be good.
Let's see. Stargaze Power.
We're going to the beach.
Down south. College. Mission Spot.
You can't go to Stargazer's Tower yet anyway.
Enemy found. Begin suppression.
Brings back so much memories.
It's down.
Strike.
This is it.
Good job, Reese.
It's my turn.
My turn.
How does this suit you?
There.
I'll assist. The Vanderstep.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. We have the advantage.
Get back. Now.
Strike. It's my turn. How does this suit you? This is our
An
challenge.
opening.
There.
Out of battle. No! don't.
Everyone okay?
Don't. Mystery. Oh, I missed out Tina's hug in Sydney. You know, my darling. Yes, you did. Both were very enjoyable. How you doing tonight, Mystery? Cryptid was spotted in Big Shore down below. Seems we must walk from here. I walked all the way here anyways. Let's park our bikes around here.
Yeah, you can't drive them down to the beach.
Yeah. down here. They were good cutscenes, that's for sure. Especially when Tio's like, I might have to record this instant. This is where the special support section fought the Cryptid 2 years ago. Out here, per se, but further down, and then through a big hole in the rocks down to a side beach. And I said that it looked like a turtle. I don't sense it. Yes, there was most definitely something here. Really? Even though you don't sense anything? It's kind of like a hunch you develop with enough experience. Head pats for the Altini again. This place reeks of danger. Our bodies are simply reacting to it. Don't scare us like that. It seems necessary to investigate. It's surrounding. Have you noticed anything, reported immediately.
Alright, time to go kill the fishies on the beach.
Fishy.
Yeah. We have the advantage.
There's also a fishing spot on the beach.
Yep, way at the bottom. Though.
Get back! It's down!
Strike! Lead this to me.
Let's go! Raging fire formation!
Yes. How does this suit you?
Cha!
Now.
It's mine!
Now.
An opening! Ha! An opening! Behold the Vander style!
Behold the Vanda style.
All right!
Mwahaha.
Yeah.
Now, bring it on! Let's go! Raging fire formation!
This place like I do. Fight everything.
How does this suit you?
You're right.
Now.
Experience.
An opening!
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah!
Okay. We need to do something else. I confused it.
Break through! Sledgehammer!
Attack each other.
It's my turn! Get back!
Now!
An
Take
opening!
them, then you can auto battle.
Yeah. There.
It's mine!
The Vanders.
Auto battle rule. Sharon is the best super mage. She's yes.
These boot prints most likely belong to a fisherman.
Boot prints. Ah, boot that.
Boot it.
Huh. Nothing here.
Don't say.
Enemy found. Begin suppression.
Break through! Sledgehammer! How does this suit you?
Oh, dude. Oh.
It's my turn! Get back!
Yeah. Now.
It's mine!
Let's see. Confused? Yeah, yay. Have someone on their team confused? Yay. Yeah.
Wonderful as ever,
Green got
Master
confused and one shot at Kurt.
I'm nothing compared to you,
Yeah,
Sharon.
just a few minutes ago.
How's the Kurt look? He's confused. Oh, it won't be that bad. Turns around. Great. Kurt just drops.
He like one shot. He like killed Kurt in one shot.
Nothing stands out over here either.
There's an eroded nook toward the far end. Should we take a look?
Good
Yeah, we're
call.
gonna fish.
Altini's kind of fish.
It's my turn.
Lead this to me.
Sharon's got a fish.
Nope.
There.
Oh, he's Kurt. Fish.
Sharon can't
Got a bite.
fish.
Oh, missed.
It got away.
Got away.
Fish.
There. Got a bite. This is promising.
It's a whopper.
Close. Tuna.
Not bad at all.
Sure.
No, it's a shark. I sit here and fish as many
There.
times as I can just to get like
Got a
septa.
bite.
It got
Wait,
away.
in any of his class 7s.
There.
There.
Got a bite.
Got a bite.
Nice.
And the fishing is so much easier.
I got it.
Virtually record.
Good way to get Sepith, that's for sure.
There.
Neat self.
Got a bite.
Damn
Nice.
it. I'm trying to get the big shark so I can get a record with it. That's a whopper.
It's a whopper.
It's a
There you
whopper.
go.
Not a whopper. Good. It's a whopper. Not a whopper.
Enemy
Ooh,
found.
over.
Begin suppression.
I'm up.
Breakthrough! Sledgehammer!
Sledgehammer!
It's my turn.
Get used to hearing that, y'all.
Sledgehammer!
It's down.
I'm gonna call you
Strike!
Sledgehammer.
Very well. Yeah. There.
I'll assist. There.
Back up
An opening.
Max CP.
This is our
An
challenge.
opening.
Everyone okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
Rain, everybody's good.
You're A-okay, Reen.
Doesn't seem like there's anything.
Oh, well, looks
Oh,
can
this
be
flower.
deceiving.
Flowers. Okay. Where?
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's this?
Lara from Summons the Cryptid.
Mm,
Also used to make those red pills. Blue pills. This is... I like her. It's beautiful, but unsettling. It looks like it's shining. Oh. Oh yeah, I think I remember hearing about grass like this showing up in Crossbow. When Crossbow declared its independence. Magic weed. It sounds good. The same weed you used to make magic drugs. Yes. Turn people into demon. People in the SSS said they saw weird blue grass where the cryptids appeared. Yep. Seriously. I believe I saw a report that mentioned that in the intelligence division. Yeah. Pleurum grass. Pleurum. It started appearing here in Crossbow, declared independence when they did, and it was thought to be related to the Azure tree. Oh yeah, that's right. But if this kind's red, what does it mean? Everyone, be on your guard.
time to fight the giant turtle.
Oh, turtle. It appeared?
Oh.
It's not a turtle, it's a dragon. Zeth, Ursa, Turtle, the icy beast.
No, it's an ice beast.
Just like a magic knight? It's big. That's not a turtle at all! It's yeah, very similar to that thing. This will be the time for talk later. It's coming! Class 7, prepare for battle! Let's take it down with everything we got. Right.
A powerful enemy. Exercise caution.
Oh, hey, no auto battle!
My
So
turn.
don't auto battle this fight.
Oh, first. Doesn't recovery.
Dance, phantasmal butterfly!
Let's go.
I waste the phantasmal thing and should have done that first, but it's okay.
Very well.
I can kind of make up for it.
Arcus, activate!
I shall go.
All right.
Search mode
Got a race of a
activate.
crit and all, but I'm gonna scan it.
Scan complete. Yes. How does this suit you? Jump! This is our chance.
An opening! Huh!
Alright. So,
I'll support you.
Thank you.
you should be healing yourself.
I'm up!
Breakthrough! Sledgehammer!
I'm up! Get back! Now!
Strike! I shall go. I'll support. Arjun heal.
Thank you.
Let's have a heal.
Very well. Strike!
It's my turn. How does this suit you? Jump! Now!
An opening!
Alright.
My turn. Let's go! Raging fire formation! Very well.
About to go ham.
Sitting.
Behold, the dual blades of Vander.
I love his.
Now!
I love his crap.
I'll end it.
Blades of Thunder.
Ragnar, strike!
Ah. Oh yeah.
Now, transform! Sync complete. Go, Arcadius gear!
Eat red magic pills and you
Ready,
become a demon
launch.
like the cult guy.
Brianna, open fire!
Yeah. Or like one of the ones wasn't a cult guy. God, what was it? What was the other guy's name? One had a gang leader on the opposite side of Wazy.
Witness the severing chains! Ha! I'm afraid your fate is now sealed.
Loses a turn after it wears off.
Fall into death's embrace!
Yeah, but he gets to go twice.
Let's go!
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Yep, that he does.
Well, he did. But now he doesn't.
Yeah.
So, if that's the case. I don't know if he's gonna charge. I should go all healing.
My blade,
Or
calm
he
as still
got
water.
2 turns, but now he doesn't.
Now!
No, not that guy. The one that was the other gang member, like
Seven
the leader of
slash!
the
Fallen leaves!
that was the opposite of Wheezy. Oh shit!
Strength depleted.
there goes that
I'm
thingy.
sorry. Leave this to me.
No!
Oh, but what?
Oh, that's the best thing I can do right now.
Dance, phantasmal butterfly!
Oh, I fell down.
It's my turn. Ha!
I only hope we got. This is Allie.
Thank you.
Leave this to me.
He's got a great deal.
Here I go.
Please
He
miss.
didn't do that on
Strength depleted. I'm
That
sorry.
was foolish. It's my turn.
Altina.
Ah, shit. If she didn't die, I could have prevented the damage in general.
Get back! Now!
Strike!
But I didn't realize I had a fight coming up either.
Thanks.
Yes.
Let's go!
Back up, Kurt.
Ha!
45% evasion, you still didn't get
I
anything
appreciate
done.
it.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's my
Stupid.
turn.
I'm gonna feed your ass.
Crimson Slash!
Very well.
You covered. Why do they heal so much? Why does everything have to heal? Ugh. Oh, you probably played this game times.
Break through! Sledgehammer!
Very well.
It's my turn. Here I come.
Direct some holy breath.
Shadow Stitch. This is our chance.
An opening!
Danger level high.
Yeah. He goes into overdrive mode, he heals
Activate.
himself.
Stop.
Yeah. I'm so happy.
You just gonna move?
Yep.
It's my turn.
Alright.
Get back!
Broken.
Yes.
Oh, Ring's got. Does Ring got an S-Craft? Oh no, he almost. Nope. He would have.
Nice Nestcraft. Yeah, I could technically do something. Could have food that has CP.
Yeah, check your food.
Enough.
Yeah.
Coffee milk.
Yep.
But you can't reach her.
Oh, you can't reach Ring. He's too far away.
Jesus.
Never mind.
Suck. Alright, whatever.
How does this suit you? Ja! Now!
An opening!
I shall go.
So.
Alright. Let's see. Grab that.
There.
Leave this to me.
Dude. Your ass back up.
Ha!
I appreciate it.
No rings
It's
on
my
this
turn.
craft.
Breakthrough! Sledgehammer!
I don't do much.
Let's
But
go.
I can get.
My blade,
this
calm
overdrive.
as still water. Now!
Oh, fucking hell.
Leave this to me.
Oh, he's got what? Big circle happening right here? I'm gonna die. Damn it. I haven't saved. Well, we're fucked.
Now!
An opening! Not on my watch!
He did, yeah. And that's one dead, unless it somehow misses him. That's two
Strength
dead.
depleted. I'm sorry.
That was foolish.
Thanks.
Yes!
Probably best to move. Don't kill Rain, don't kill Rain, don't kill Rain.
Take this!
He didn't. He missed.
Ah, fuck
Leave this to
yeah.
me.
His ass.
Ha!
Yes, crap.
Thanks. It's my turn.
Breakthrough! Sledgehammer!
Iron
I'm
Will
up.
would help you a lot in this fight. You wouldn't do as much damage
My
to you.
blade. Call.
Yes. How does this suit you?
Oh, it's broken again.
This is our chance.
An opening!
Leave this to me. How does this suit you?
How many of us lose the two boss battles during
No.
time?
Master Reed!
None of us
Understood.
lose the boss battles first time. The only reason we won is because we got ahead of.
I'll treat you.
Thanks.
It does indeed. Stop! I missed
Take
again.
this!
Counter kill! Yeah. Fuck, that was rough.
This is the blade
This
of
game
the...
really does punish blind players, man. Like, I didn't even know he was coming up. Like, when I follow the guide, I just get everything on the map and move right to the item I know I'm heading towards. I do good job.
Bravo!
Take it. I'll take that dumb luck.
All right, got it.
Oh, how lovely. Yeah, I did it!
Forward. Punch. Yeah. This actually, that was pretty rough. Did we do it? So that was encrypted. You would think I would understand something because you know, the aspect of picking up something that prevents freeze. Oh, you know, something up here could be. But after playing all these games for a while, you figured I'd have that down packed by now. Yes, that was encrypted. How many bosses? Seems like we're not in any danger anymore. Yes.
Welcome to Cold Steel 3!
Jesus, what a jump in difficulty. Not from cryptids in the moment. Good work, everyone. You did well. No, I still have much I need to work on. Yes, you do. That was evidence my physical strength was insufficient. It was. Your HP is shit. You're just adorable, so I let it go. Compared to Instructor Reen, but also... Yeah, very lucky with those evasion crits. Well, someone has a 3% evasion rate and didn't dodge one of them. Honestly. I'm surprised by you even all over again. The abilities you used to help the old Class 7 during the Civil War. Those were just the tip of the iceberg, weren't they? Oh, I still don't stand a chance compared to Sarah when she's at her full power. After all, most girls are suited for assassination. They pale in comparison to proper martial arts or skilled during battles. Assassination skills? Oh dear, perhaps I shouldn't have let that slip. Anyways, let's get a closer look at the grass. Whatever it is, it definitely seems related to cryptid somehow. Ugh. This is one, yeah, the gameplay matches the story's canon. Couldn't have one without Sharon. Definitely not. She definitely saved my ass. Yes. Scarlet grass. Alright. Although it bothers me a little bit, I rage. Like, the difficulty spike is really there in this game compared to the other ones. It's like the difficulty spike from Crossbow, from 0 to Azure. 0, like, oh, it's not so bad. Azure, kick your ass. Like, everything's so much difficult. Things that work in 0 don't work in Azure. It seems like this is all there is. Yes, nothing else like this was found in Amphidiar Radius. What shall we do, instructor? Seems like the only option is to take it back with us. But first, let's take a few pictures of the Arcus 2. After that, collect it and place it in the survival kit. But be sure not to handle it directly. Got it. I'll take the pictures. Big shot. That's the better appeal. What do you call a droid that takes the long way around? R2 detour. Ugh.
Oh God.
Ugh.
No.
What efficient teamwork. Y'all seem like you're familiar with the process. Yeah, this will be our second set of special operation. I hope these their lessons and training are enough to get them through this. That color though. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. Well then, are we finished investigating here? Why did the worker get fired from the orange juice factory? Lack of concentration. It doesn't seem like there's any more cryptids here. It's a bit concerning that it was the one again, rather than the turtle that appeared before. Oh right, I was gonna ask. We're on a nice sandy beach in warm weather, and an ice demon shows up. Have you and Sharon seen the cryptid before? I had merely heard about it from Lady Alyssa. It's called Uncertain.
The Uncerter.
Uncertain.
The Uncerter. Stutter.
The Unstutter! Stutter! The Unstutter.
Oh, God.
Stutter! It's the Unsturter. Maybe a subspecies of the one that appeared during the Civil War. No, it's just like a Magic Knight. It wasn't exactly the same as before, so we should make note of that. We should probably return to the camp report. Good. Let's us head directly there in that cave.
No.
I guess I can just head directly there. No!
You gotta take the bite.
No!
You have to. There's a scene.
I don't want to. I gotta use an item. I didn't want to use an item.
Oh my God, you have to use an item. Oh, heaven forbid.
Rezzer's dead. Where was my Rezzer?
What?
Either?
You can bring them back.
Yeah, both my Rezzers are dead.
You're okay, Bits. They'll be fine. They're not dead. They're still alive.
They're not alive. They have 0 HP. They are dead.
Just well, you're just going back to camp. You're not gonna fight anything. Just avoid all the fights.
No! Not how this works. I
Oh
wish
my God,
assassin
dude.
characters actually kept that count of their kills. Rixia would probably kill more men from nosebleeds alone. Yeah. Rixia, huh? But how many kills is under her belt? I don't think throughout the game. I got a number. Well, compared to when she was what's the one place? In Calvard, I think it was. Probably got a few under her belt. There was no monsters. Who's Kurt?
He's in the side.
He's in the sidecar. Okay, I'll take a date with Aaron any day.
Oh, pay attention to this part here. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
There's Caponella again.
Pay attention to this part.
McBurn.
Well, that part too, but
His hair's different. Isn't it like a purple tint before? No. Here's Sharon's story.
That Ashen kid and Kruger, huh? Not bad, I guess. But think I'll just focus on the target for now.
Nick Fire, bro.
yeah, McFire, bro.
There it is. There's the purple tint.
I'll leave those pain-in-the-ass experiments to him.
That's pink. That ain't purple.
It's whatever. It's purplish.
Things are gonna get interesting if our masked friend starts moving too.
It's Ruruji.
Yuji, for real?
For real?
Possibly. Max Middleman. Takes a lot of patience. Like, even though I'm not streaming, I want to play these games. Why did he tell us to ride ahead of them? What could they be talking about? Are you jealous?
Yeah.
Something secret, no doubt? I agree, it is concerning, but please, keep the bike steady, Yuna. Right. Oh, the wind feels just lovely. Riding alone, just the two of us. Oh, I mustn't tell Lady Alyssa. You would never, ever be so ever jealous. Would be. Nah, I don't think it's quite that big of a deal. Let that aside, you can tell me. Huh? You said you wanted to ride alone with me. There was something you wanted to talk about, right? Something you didn't want the students to hear? No, something you don't want Alyssa to hear. You really have grown a lot. Damn it, why isn't Sharon a love target? Of course, I thought she could be in this one. Her can ride a horse. You never have her rides a motor horse. Or horse. Yes, it's exactly as you say. I came along to help because there was something I wanted to tell you. Does it have something to do with the Ouroboros? In parts, yes. But what I wish to tell you is the tale of a girl. A small girl given the title of Severing Chains. Oh, backstory.
Yep.
Works better if I
A
romance
girl who was
Alyssa.
empty.
Who's that?
There was an assassins organization that had existed since the Dark Ages. The Order of the Moonlight Horse.
My horse.
At the young age of 13, the girl was its second most skilled member. The only thing she had were her title, which had been passed down to her, and the designation, Kruger.
Oh.
She spent her days simply carrying out her missions with soulless eyes, an emotionless assassin doll. Then one day, the Order met its end. At the hand of Ouroboros.
Way.
At the time, the society was still in its early days, and the two groups were in full conflict behind the scenes.
Yeah, I know a few of those characters.
Yeah, you probably recognize a few of those up in the top.
Lance Maiden, Wiseman, Ida, Lue. The doctor there, I can't remember his name, but I've seen him before because he hangs out with Captain
Oh, you're
Bella.
talking about Novardius? Novardius?
Yeah, the one on the far right.
Yep.
I remember his name. Should know all of them. Yeah, but of course the shadowy figures I don't know, but.
But against the combined assault of the almighty conflagration, the Blade Lord, and the Steel Maiden, the Moonlight Horse stood no chance. They were nearly completely destroyed.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of shit. Professor Schmidt.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Its members, known as the Thousand Oathbreaker and the Golden Butterfly, became the 4th Anguis and Enforcer number 3, respectively.
Yeah. I remember hearing about that one. Oh, Vitz, please tell me you have Cold Steel 4A. Yeah, it's over here. I bought 3 and 4 at the same time.
While the empty girl was welcomed into the society as Enforcer number 9. But
I plan on
even
going through
after
the whole
becoming
series
an
once.
Enforcer, the girl's life did not change. She obeyed the requests of the Anguis, performing many missions. She was always free to refuse, but as she knew no other way of life, she simply accepted. But it was through that bleak existence that her bond with the Reinford family came to be. The girl was given a mission by the 6th Anguis to infiltrate a city named Ruhr in the northeast part of the Empire. The mission required her to meet with a certain person, but a terrible accident occurred. The mission ended in failure. The girl suffered serious injuries, and the other person lost their life. That person was Chairman Arena's husband,
Oh.
Lady Elisa's father.
But she felt guilt. She was sent to assassinate him, got injured, and now she feels guilty. And has devoted herself in the life to seek her place.
Master Franz Reinford. Yet Lady Arena saved the girl, the one whose actions resulted in her husband's death. She even gave her a name. I had never had a name before then. Kruger was simply a designator to differentiate me from others who have held the same title. One would simply change their name as the mission required. That was the way of the Order.
Got the name of the dad, Franz Reinford. I think that was mentioned before in a previous game. Wasn't it? Franz, her dad's name.
But Lady Arena gave me the name, Sharon.
I know we went through that pocket, that lock pocket thing with the mom that showed like the father and such like that.
Yeah.
Suddenly, this empty girl had a place to belong as a maid of the Reinford family. Since that point, I have continued to serve the Reinfords while still belonging to Ouroboros.
Probably not, but Franz does sound familiar.
I was able to do so thanks to the freedom the society grants its enforcers.
That. Why tell me all of that? Why now, of all times? Already mentioned Cold Steel 2. Alyssa did mention him when we did the
Watch Quest. Watch Quest.
Okay, so that was how you got his name, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I remember the Watch Quest. Because that's towards the end of the game. Alyssa doesn't know any of this, right?
I simply felt this was a good opportunity. Someday, when you feel the need, please tell Lady Elisa. For you see, there is the possibility that I may not be there for her. It is merely a possibility. It is absolutely impossible for my love and devotion for the chairman and my lady to ever leave me. Oh, but of course, if you and Lady Elisa were to become a couple, I would serve you as your own personal maid as well.
That's tempting. Me, I'm sorry. You had 2 beautiful ones instead of 1. One's a good cook. It'd be better if Alyssa found out the truth herself. I think so too. Rean would, I could see having Rean there as like emotional support, but I think that's something Sharon would have to tell her eventually. Like, even though her mom knows the details, he doesn't. But I can understand Sharon not wanting to mention it because it would be a big betrayal. She lost her father. You know he dies, but not circumstances. And the person you trust the most is the person that basically resulted in the death of your father. Damn, that's awesome bonus, right? Want to switch? Better than eating combat rations with Fee. And I know Fee could have my back, but so could Sharon.
Yep.
That's quite the tempting offer. Thank you for sharing something so important with me. You've taken care of me. No, all of us in the old Class 7 for so long. From our everyday life in the dorm to the crisis during the Civil War. We're talking about the cooking skill here. Oh yeah, just that cooking aspect alone sets the scale up there. Also, Alyssa's rich, right? And then there's that. I wouldn't have a bunch of Jaegers after my head. More everyday life. Alright, it's that part. So, yeah, but you'd never see Alyssa. You'd be so busy all the time, you'd never see her. But you get to hang out with Sharon. So if there's anything I can do to help, please don't hesitate to ask. Me, the other members of Class 7, and, of course, Alyssa will always be there to help.
Master Rean. You truly have become dependable.
I like that it allows you to read his voice so it would be technically yours. And then the voice actor kicks in as the follow-up.
However, for you to say all that to an older woman such as myself is a tad unfair.
Oh god, you are only like 6 years older than him. If that.
Perhaps I should begin serving you as your own personal maid right now.
Oh my. Ring, turn the bike around. We're not going to camp. We're going to Crossbell. Wow, I guess you're not turning around. Alright. I think that's enough temptation for the time being. But it is a temptation, isn't it? I love Sharon for this reason. She likes to tease him. She knows she can get away with it too. 1:30 p.m. Chiplock did play through all of the Cold Steel games and he sounds good voicing on. Is that the voice actor?
Yeah, he's the voice actor of Rean, yes.
Yeah, see, that's not fair. I can play this game, I don't sound like that, but when you get the actual voice actor playing it, yeah, then it's different. It's like a full voice acting game. I mean, imagine if you got the whole crew to voice act the game on one stream. You would see hundreds of thousands of people in that stream. Not fair. He is very much seductress. I think Mussy the Hussy is the seductress here. Ixia is better at seducing, I think. And she doesn't even try. All she just do is walk in the room. I was like, hi! And then inspect Scarlet pleroma of grass. No doubt about it, it's the same grass from 2 years ago. The color is completely different though. You're right, the size and the shape are the same. The grass holds the same mysterious energy as supports former President Croix. Do you feel the presence of the higher elements here too? Yes, definitely. Just like the forest of Sutherland. Now, this cryptid... Is it Sean or Sheen? Because it can be pronounced 2 different ways. Playing Cold Steel was pretty fun, but my favorite still was Laura Post playing Persona 5 Royal. Especially in the new content. Laura Post, voice actor of who? New girl in the Royal?
Yeah, Laura Post is the voice of the new girl in Persona 5 Royal, yes.
I'm not familiar a lot with voice actors. Never been. I've always been bad like that, even when it comes to like music artists. I couldn't tell you their names. Like I care less.
Vince has not played Persona 5 Royal yet, y'all.
I haven't played Royal yet, but I'm sure it's on the to-do list when someone hits the point threshold. I own it!
Yeah, you're gonna be. Yeah, it'll be played. Don't
Alexis
worry.
Lincoln's birthday today. Yeah, another one. Another 300 hours of my life. Because you know, after I'm like, oh great, now I gotta play it again.
No, I'm not gonna make you play it twice.
It's the unstutter! The unstutter! just like the ones that appeared in the old schoolhouse basement in the North Highlands. On top of the Magic Knight means that on top of the Magic Knight means that creatures from the Empire appeared here now too. It didn't happen till the annexation. Sharon, I'm just going to come out and ask you, did the society do anything like this? Really? Well, happy birthday, Alexis Timpton. They'll never hear that. Can the society do anything like this? Well, let's see. I should say the probability is not 0. That said, the society generally has a tendency to preserve horrible technology. It would be a bit strange for them to suddenly begin using spiritual monsters, cryptids, and Dark Age constructs like Magic Knights. I see. Thank you. I feel like I just heard some incredibly confidential information, but very well. Everyone just gives out spoilers. The question remains then, why is Scarlet Pleroma grass appearing now? It is possible that this is a result of the Zero Child. When do I meet Kia? Though she is in hiding, perhaps her miraculous power is manifesting again? No way! Been confirmed she no longer has the mysterious power. The Intelligence Division made sure of that right after the occupation. Her and Lloyd were made into material witnesses too. Besides, I know her. And she's not the kind of girl who would do these things. Her personality is irrelevant. There's a chance her powers have returned and are currently out of control. That's... No. I'm certain Kia Bennings has nothing to do with this. Aww. Huh? Kia Bennings. So that is the name of the girl known as the Zero Child. When do you meet Kia? The bigger question is, when do you Ellie? Yeah, but you already said I don't meet... Well, someone said I don't meet her in this one, so I know it's not in this game. Yes, though her surname is still up for review. She's using his name since she doesn't have any family for her own, yeah? But how can you be so sure she's not involved? We were contacted by the Governor General just now. Don't take any offense to that, Alex. I'm just making fun, buddy.
It's all good, Alex. You're fine.
Game's going good, Lou. I expect shots to be shot in return. I give them, I take them. Yeah, can't complain, man. It's going alright. Enjoying it. Getting my ass kicked in it. You know. We were contacted by the General Governor just now. He was very clear we had absolutely no need to worry about the banding time. It's requested we investigate the cryptid. The grass under the assumption that society isn't. How's your night going, love? Getting into anything lately? He has requested we investigated the cryptid. How's Lexi's new baby? Haven't seen her in game. I figure she's just been busy. That's your request. Lexi being Fan's sister. She goes by Lexi in my IFC.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. He should have just told us that when we saw them. Okay, Fan is not feeling well, so she took the night off and we're just relaxing. Hope she feels better, man. Yeah, I got cold myself. It's almost done. I don't have all that stuffy congestion stuff. I'm still a little congested in the nasal area, but I think another good night rest, I should be better. Do they know something? Of course they know something. Why'd they have to happen at the same time as the inspection team's visit? Feels like more of a simple coincidence to me. Yeah, now that you mention it. Has the inspection team already entered Crossbell? Oh yes, about that. That's... It sounds like engines running, but that means... Everyone,
Oh, hell.
we are going
Oh,
to
that's
greet our guest.
Oh! Oh, shit! Did I totally forget about this part?
Maybe. Yeah, it's cold, and she went up for a hot bath. Hopefully it feels better. Yeah, hopefully it feels better, man. Nice hot bath, and then...
This
lots of rest.
part! Oh!
Get to see this part. Airship.
Yeah, it's
Everyone's looking
yeah,
at it.
yeah, it's an
A
airship.
big red ship for the courageous?
No,
No, that is not a big red ship. How about
no,
that?
you should recognize that ship.
Silly? No. What? That's something you don't see every day. It's the flagship used by the Noble Alliance during the Everbonian Civil War. Oh, the Pentagrol. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
I heard it
Pentagrol.
had been confiscated by the government since it was given to the Imperial family. Good night. I need to get to bed now. Good night, Mystery. Have a good night, buddy, and thank you very much for hanging out with us. I'll be finishing up here in about 30 minutes myself. Before I sleep, need to see this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
they
gonna say.
must be a good part. They use it to travel for
Actually,
official
it's a
business.
very good part.
Wait a second. Does that mean the inspection team is... That's right. Governor Ignatz will be on the team as a representative of the Imperial government. That means Marcus is probably with him. And Lady Irina will represent the economic circles of Erebona. And let's not forget, Princess Alphen and Prince Olivette will be a part of the team too. Oh yeah, bigger. Can't have anything without Prince Oliver.
You gotta have Oliver in this group, right?
Long to green. Yeah! Is he? Were you trying to do something? Nonsense. Russian. Imperial family battleship. Also, where a ringing with demon mode named Princess Alphen. She fell in love by debaucherous Orcus Tower. Up, 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 up. Crossbow. That's cool. Funny that they put crossbow all of those and no one's gonna see it because it's so high up. You know that kid. Little van with the TV monitors on it.
Feast your eyes, everyone. The Pantagruel's landing boat has launched. As we speak, it's ferrying the inspection team to the tower's rooftop.
I love this part of the game.
Invoking with Her Highness. Yes, exactly. It's Oliver.
First off, we have Governor Karl Regnitz. He oversees the entire imperial capital of Heimdall and is the first commoner to hold this position. Oh, and here we have the chairman of the Reinford Group, Irina Reinford. It's safe to say there isn't anyone more important than her when it comes to Crossbell's economic industry.
No introduction for the guards.
Could it be? Yes, it's Prince Olivert. Rumor has it this
Yeah.
is his first visit to Crossbell.
It is not his first visit to Crossbell.
Oh my word! Princess Alphen!
Why? She's grown.
Excuse me. Behind Prince Olivert, we have Princess Alphen, the daughter of the Emperor. She is simply an angel. The young woman with her is gorgeous too.
Stop hitting. Wow, she's grown. Cool businesswoman. That's great as a family friend.
It's Lecter.
Oh, he's never far away. Hi, Claire.
Yeah, no mention of Marine's sister there at all. How rude.
Hey, he said the girl behind her was really beautiful as well. Oh, she got it. I like the correction he had. He's like, "Oh my, and with him is Prince Alphen." It's like, eyes up here, buddy. Wonder how many fell for Alphen after this. He's quite the looker. He's grown up. That's the princess? She's an angel. He really looks like a younger Rignitz. Alphen is still the lovable little doorkeeper y'all know and love. Aw, good. And sure grew up nicely. Princess is really handsome too. The prince. Yeah, he'd go for both of you. Wow, I didn't expect to see Princess Alphen here. But it figures that your father would be part of the team. Yeah, if we didn't even know about the princess, I mean, we'd fallen behind on our information gathering. It means we had fallen behind. This trip has way too many unknowns. We'll need to shine a light through the fog if we want to have a successful inspection. Hey, I know that little brat.
You
Why are
should.
they getting all excited with Ellie? Right? Yin. Then. X-I-N, right? But Alphen's all cute and all, but Altina still stands among all of them. Altina's just adorable. They're making a movie about clocks. It's about time. They're all nothing but weaklings, wagging their tails for the Empire. I'd say that. We all have pride in where we're from. As Child's proxy, have your own duties to fulfill. Leave it to me. He's grown up a little bit. Prompts this little shithead. Kneeling. Now look, how pretty the princess is. Girl, you're about 8 or 9 years old. You shouldn't be having a pretty. Your vocabulary. She's cute, but I know those two as well. And then Shashan. He works at the place in the contest. Still in the beta. I'm torn. But I may be learning closer towards the bad impression. Oh well, nothing can be done about her arrival. If we could all just come to a better understanding. You might be right. I cannot give up. Can I give up? Vita!
It seems as though our guests have arrived.
Dyed her hair black?
The Fool and the Blazing Demon should be nearby as well.
Oh yeah, Capanella and Bro.
The original cast has nearly all been swapped out by now. What will you do, Reen? You as well, Emma.
Hello. Yeah.
I like it because it's similar to my name. Like that. Momo! Oh my god, the little kids grew up. Big ship is scary. Is it safe? The war isn't going to break out or anything, right? We already had the war. We're fine. As long as we've got Lloyd with us, we'll be able to stop it. Oh, I have his friends. Who are his dear friends all? Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Mystery guy.
Hey, I know that cat. Oh, he's a good guy. He pet the cat. Cope.
Still protecting this place, even if its residents are gone?
There before the residents even got there.
Well then, all we can do is wait for the snake's next move. I'm also curious to find out what the branch campus is capable of.
Huh.
Look, it's a mystery man.
I'm curious. Leadership puts the witch in. I'll see myself out. That's a great dad joke. Love Eric. Erica Lindbeck. Yeah, that's actually probably one of the better jokes I've seen. I really thought it was coming from my bot. I was like, oh my god, that's so good. That cat you've been feeding while playing Crossbell. The cat eats very expensive food. Good. Strange man in blue overcoat. Yeah, now I'm curious. Who's this strange man? He gives me Lue vibes, but Lue's dead. Rose dead. Who's the other white-haired guy? You gonna die too? Everyone with white hair dies. Every guy with white hair dies. Woohoo! Long live Princess Alphen, Empress of my heart. I didn't expect to see Princess Alphen here. Oh, it's Prince Olivet. Haven't seen him in so long. Hero Governor Rignitz and Chairman Irina of the RNF group too. Well, I guess this is shaping up to be some ritzy shindig, huh? It's been quite some time. Oh, do you know her? I suppose I need to get used to seeing His Highness without my brother by his side. After all, by this point, the 7th Armored Division. What's the matter? Is this sight not a pleasant one for you? Yeah, it's true this isn't very fun for me. However, come Speaker McDowell isn't with them. How come Speaker McDowell isn't with them? Oh, I figured Elise would be there too. Wow, both her and the princess have become even more beautiful since the last saw them. Yeah, they really have. I wonder why I wasn't able to contact her. By the way, are you going to meet up with the Chairman, Irina? I won't, but Sharon will be. Once I'm done here, I'm planning on accompanying the Chairman for the remainder of her visit. I can do a sigh. Operation Birdcage is too weird to even say out loud. To be honest, I may have taken the Intelligence Division and the Railway Military Police a bit too lightly. Is there really nothing we can do? Ah, don't give up, Teotat. I'm sure we'll find something. It pats. Andy. No telling how things will end up, but let's bet on them for now. Roger that. Aww. A big brother, little sister. Please don't downplay it. Your beauty surpasses even the princess. Oh. It's definitely comparable. 2 p.m. Afterwards, Alyssa, Tio, and Sharon said their farewells to Reen and the rest of the camp and back to Crossbow City. Toa and Randy left to go to work on each of their class fields exercising.
Sharon!
Hi, Sharon. I miss you. Come back.
Now, the next part of this game, this part of this chapter gets really good.
Alright, let's get going. Make sure to check your equipment and buy anything else you might need. Get out like anti-freezing stuff?
Well, you know when he said buy equipment, that means It means weapons.
Is this a comeback? You're going to bed anyways, Mystery. Please. We should have time to make a round of the city before we head out to the East Highway. Oh, sure. Understood. Hey, Altina. What's going on with these two? No idea. They started acting like this as we were watching the inspection arrive. Not so. I suppose they each have their concerns. Okay, Class 7. We're now resuming our special ops mission. Anyways, off to bed, have fun. Good night, Mystery! And take care, buddy. Thanks for sticking around a few minutes
Mystery.
We still need to investigate the cryptid appearance off the East Crossbow Highway. Based on how long the trip there and back will take, it'll be our last activity for the day. To make sure anything else is wrapped up before that. Right. We'll give it our all. Then let's go. I do need to upgrade my arm. Oh.
You probably need to upgrade a lot of stuff.
Oh, my armor's like still at the beginning stuff, chapter 1.
Oh god. Yeah, you definitely need to stock up your armor.
Okay.
Kitty.
Thanks.
Hi, you go. You want to come say
Did
hello?
you need something?
Baby. It's okay.
Take
You
care.
can sit down on top. Oh,
Yeah.
Al, thank you. Just sit on top of me. I appreciate that. Are you looking for Stark?
Very well.
Fish. Jumbo hook.
Yay!
You bet.
You got more stuff? You bet! Come again!
What can I get you today?
Wow, 300 EP.
Here you go. You want some attention, baby? Oh, I'm such a good boy. You're such a good kitty. Oh,
Give it a try.
give it a try.
Oh, that's right. He can.
What should I enhance?
If you can make a speed or power orb, I would do it. Okay.
Action.
Okay. I never used the shield one.
Be careful.
Come again! Come again! Come again, did you go? You have any seeds to give the Sandy?
I don't think I do.
Oh, okay. If you find it, you just bring them to her.
Yeah.
Dark should be around there somewhere. Oh, he's in the back. Oh, you missed him.
Where?
He's in the back. He's in the back row.
Hold on.
Well, let's see. Where's he at? Is he in the train car?
Maybe in the train car. Come again. Time to the shower. Gotta live because they're still dead.
Nice.
Yeah. Calm down, cat. Gotcha.
Fatigue removed.
I'm alive.
What are you trying to do, honey? Okay, here you go. Gotcha. He might be in the car. Nope. Well, there's Tita. You can talk to her.
Yes.
Yay! You can open up slots. Yay! Slots.
Oh, so much more
that
room.
hurts. I don't know if you have any. I don't know if you have any master quartz to buy or not, but you can always check.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Yes.
I know. All right. So orbit wise, we gotta put some stuff on these guys.
Yep.
All right, what can I put on here? Speed maybe.
Okay. Who are you doing? Are you setting up Kurt?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Cat, I love you, but dadgummit, stop.
E will probably be bad. Probably in the blue. E. Strength, tax, freeze, 25%. That's pretty nice.
Freeze is a good one.
Oh, we have that one for.
Yes. If you want more
Yeah.
evasion on Kurt, yes.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I think the bait always do crit damage. Doesn't move. We'll just put the attack on him.
Yeah. Put attack 1 on him.
There you go.
That'll work.
Teeny.
See what kind of arts do you already have with her?
Healing one.
Well, I'm talking about with the court. Each court, yeah, you've got. Okay.
Res, AoE heal, single heal, a couple attacks, water attacks.
Okay.
But it has to be one of these.
Give her,
Thoughts? There's a bit of an echo with DJ. That's probably feeding through my my microphone.
what can you buy with that's a that kind of quartz?
That might fix the echo. When is that one?
That would be the black one.
Is that space?
No, Mirage.
Mirage.
Or the black, yeah, whatever.
Goggles.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Yes. Thanks.
Thanks.
I'll help.
I'll help.
You don't have enough separate to buy anything. Never mind.
Yeah, because I just upgraded slots.
Yep. And I was gonna say you have action too. You can get
Thanks.
now. I think you can customize your weapons though.
I'll focus that after I do that.
Okay.
All right, we'll just give her Soul Blare.
Give her no. You already got Soul Blur.
What?
You've already got it. You already have Soul Blur on her. Give her.
I just put that on her.
No. You already have. Look at her arts. You already have a Soul Blur.
That's. Oh.
Give her.
Yeah, give her a Speed Breaker and Nightmare. Doesn't really do anything. This just increases her speed.
Nightmare does strength. It also inflicts nightmare on enemies.
Right.
So it does.
It gives it a little stats effect. Alright, what do we got on here? Here's Shiny EP, Faint, Impede. Strength arts.
Give her.
Faint.
Faint is good.
Faint or the impede. Faint. She needs back. What do you think? Another impede or something?
I'm trying to think. What kind of earth parts do you have? Earth ports do you
You're breaking up.
ports?
I didn't hear what you said, but you're breaking up. There were more support stuff.
Give her. Give her break
AoE
one.
Actually, no. Break damage, it's not bad.
Yeah, give her break one for now until you get break two.
Alright. Oh, there, now you said something about what? Sure.
I'll help.
Yeah, you can upgrade your weapons. Wait a minute.
I've already upgraded all the second one.
Oh, you've already up. Oh, well,
Yeah, we
you
did
might
that
need to buy
last
some
time.
new weapons. Can you make a break too?
Round. No, I need 3 of them.
No. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, break damage is definitely for Una.
Thanks.
Better fiber. It's like 120 upgrade for some armor stuff.
You've already got
Big
I think you've already got
upgrades.
the weapons, right?
Huh? Yeah, all the weapons upgraded.
Okay.
I could like give 4 of these. An 8,000 upgrade the armor by like 120 each.
Be well.
Yeah, just give everybody fiber guard for now, and then I think you'll be able to upgrade your weapons again here sometime soon.
You still got leather boots for her.
Have a look-see.
Give her a pair of fiber.
Her boots will be good for Una and for Altina.
Look what I have on. It's 480. About 40 points. I'm not worried about 40 points in defense. Altina was over 100.
Go.
Oh.
You can turn in if you want to turn in all your like profiles to like the girls. You can go do that. I don't know if you have anything to turn into them yet or not.
But no. Break damage is pretty much Una's bread and butter. Yeah, that's why I thought about giving it to her.
Usually, for when I had Una set up, she was pretty much break damage. You might not have enough stuff for them yet.
So many.
Oh, maybe
Thank
you
you
do.
very much.
That's a big
Usually, shut up.
I'll take a look then. This is wonderful.
4 logs. Nice. Alright. So,
Whatever the guide tells you to go do, I guess you can go do now.
Each area return. Camp, Crossbill City. We got a few. Hour. Crossbow station. Got Vivi, got Hidden Quest, Vantage Matcher with Zen.
Oh god. Oh, I forgot about the hidden. I forgot about the hidden quest.
Won't be able to get too much in. There we go. Ah.
That's something you don't see every day.
Right. Integral. We saw it from the highway. Feels like it's up there looking down on us. I suppose it's just going to stay there for the duration of the inspection. Most likely too big for the airport to accommodate. Or the airport's lanes are to be expanded 250 arcs throughout the Empire. Wow. Does that mean they must be planning to use more airships of that size? Or maybe airship carriers in a better term. Anyway, let's check the city as we head to the East Road. Stood. Let's go, Yuna. Alright. Did I say too much? Well, we can't really avoid it. The annexation really has brought a number of problems and relief. Alright. We return to Crossbows. Tons of stuff to do. First, move to the harbor area, go inside the Heyu building, and accept the hidden quest. Harbor building.
This quest. Anyway, quest.
Yeah, run. Not letting me.
Oh,
I have to go do this.
You might just have
I have to do another scene. Yeah, I have to do another scene. That's why I couldn't port around. Screen cars are being withdrawn. They remind me of when the annexation was announced. Though the faces back then were made maybe much more nervous. The last time I saw Princess Alphen was the medal ceremony of the Northern War. She's become even more beautiful. Like Prince Albert is doing well too. And your dear sister. It's been 4 months. I've heard she became the student council president. She's all grown up. I didn't think she would be coming with them though. Always with the princess. What's wrong, you two?
Here you go. You back?
Oh, sorry. That broadcast. Felt really strange to not see my brother there. Prince Olivet's personal aide is Lieutenant Colonel Mueller Vanda, right? Really weird not seeing Mueller there with him. Yes, I'm so used to seeing my brother at His Highness's side. But ever since last autumn... Kurt, I don't really know your situation, but... I was just, wondering, why wasn't Speaker McDowell there to greet the inspection team? Ah. The old man. Not dead yet. Roswell's most famous politician. He used to be the mayor. He's currently working on the Governor General. For the Governor General. He's in charge of overseeing the provincial legislature. Yeah, it wouldn't be unexpected to see him here as one of the local representatives. I'm just worried that he might have gotten sick or something again. That's a good point. Both of you, just focus on our missions for now. We beat the first cryptid thanks to Sharon's help. But if we encounter another one, we'll need to handle it on our own. If we aren't careful, it could kill us. I just summoned Valimar.
Yeah.
Good point. I'll focus on that here and now. Yeah, we can worry about that other stuff later. Let's get this done quick, so we can have some free time afterward. That's the spirit. Tell me what you've learned over the last 2 months. You're one who needs to be careful. We weren't the ones standing around with our eyes glazed over, chuckling to ourselves. I suppose you did seem a bit preoccupied earlier. I'm guessing he was thinking about Alyssa. Well. No, my guess it was the 2 girls who were on screen. Princess Alphen and the dark-haired girl who was with her. After all, the dark-haired girl is the person Inspector Rean cherishes. Cherishes the most? Dark-haired girl? I've occasionally seen her with Her Highness before. But I don't know.
Nope.
Well, she's my little sister. Sister?
Sister!
Through adoption. Alright, Altina, stop adding fuel to the fire.
Adoption?
Is that shocking? Anyways, my sister's friends with Her Highness. Then naturally, I'm acquainted with her as well. It's been a while, so I'm glad to see them again. Remember you being... What's up, Volko? Thanks for the raid, man. I remember you being more than acquainted. During the Civil War, you rescued her from the Pentacle and held her tenderly in your arms. Girl, I swear to God. Alright, man. I appreciate regardless. She is very good. She's a natural troll. Thank you for that shout out. Tell her! Oh, and by the way, Inspector Rean wronged me twice. Girl, if you don't stop! To be specific, he watched me sleep. And he made me... Wait. What? Altina, stop. Don't say it like that. You'll get the wrong idea. Well, it's true. So what's the problem? Anyway, once we check everything here, let's head out to the East Highway. Rean's body's never to be recovered again. Yeah, ideally we students would like to handle everything on our own. Altina, are you okay with that? You have no objections? Guys. Hey, Allie, hurry up, or he's gonna do stuff to you again. I thought I'd be guarding Prince Sodic, but perhaps I should have been guarding Princess Alphen from a certain individual. Jesus, girl.
And he's like, guys?
Guys, I think you're... What? I don't want to hear shit from you, Altini.
Yeah, never mind.
You need to get that shit fixed, dude.
I love that scene. It's so hilariously funny.
I feel bad for Rean. The false accusations. Off. After that, Rean was able to clear up the misunderstanding. Good. Altina admitted she's been a bit misleading. Afterwards, they took a break and resumed their special ops mission. How you doing tonight, Volko? Alright, so we're going to go to the harbor. We're going to save it there. Then we'll pick this up Monday. That was fun. A lot of good moments there.
Monday. Boo.
Oh god, I got another cutscene. Hey Zen.
Oh, I mean, you get to meet these two.
Yep, Monday.
Oh. Their quest is really easy. It's pretty simple.
That was... Looks like they're people affiliated with this building. Was that...
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let's see.
Yep.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to call it. I'll be back Monday with more Cold Steel 3.
Raid.
Oh yeah, we gotta do a raid.
Vince can't remember to raid for his life.
Let's see.
Vince, you gotta meet new people. You gotta raid.
Work.
I got a lot of people. I got a lot of people.
I'm the only one playing this game right now.
Huh?
Same category. Cold Steel 3. I'm the only person.
You could rate. Let's see. Sucker Punch is streaming Mega Man.
Yeah, we do Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch 64.
Yep, I got it right. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. DJ, thank you as well. I am your host, Fideman S'more. Be back Monday night for more Trials of Cold Steel 3. Till then, good night, S'more nights, and I will see you next time. Later. Oh yeah, we're rating Sucker Punch, so stick around. Keep a follow. Good streamer.
Yeah, give Sucker Punch a follow. He's a cool dude.
Night, guys.